Hello everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so happy that you're here, and today I want to talk to you about how to overcome negative self-talk, fear and doubt in your future. I'm Hilde Larsen. I'm a health and mindset coach. I'm a life enthusiast more than anything else. Even though I've written 3 books, I'm a speaker, I'm a detox specialist, but I like to work with people like you who want to better yourself and the people that want to step up and change, because the key is always change, right? So look at this scenery, look at life as a whole. And when we do that, we see the beauty, we see prosperity, we see endlessness, we see limitlessness, we see creativity, we see that everything changes, and at the same time everything is perfect. We see all the seasons, but when we live our life, we don't see all the seasons because we're so locked in to the system that we're living in, the programming and what we've been taught and what we see with our eyes that are not beautiful because we see it from our internal environment. That's why I wanted to address the fear and the negativity that we keep telling ourselves. Because look at it this way. So if you're wanting to go from here to here, so right now you're feeling like crap, or it doesn't even have to be that, but you're longing for something. You're not happy in your relationship. You're not happy with how your body feels. You're not happy with having that diagnosis. You're not happy with your job. You're not happy with where you live. Now, that in itself is a dissonance. That in itself is a negativity because it is not who you are. Because our natural state comes from love. It comes from our heart. So we are not designed not to be happy, but we're designed to allow and to create. So I'm not talking about sitting back being stagnant, because you know I always talk about action as being the number one step to anything. But you see, where it comes from is everything. So, and I work with a lot of people that are suffering from anxiety and depression, which I have a separate videos on that, and I talk about it in my membership group a lot because I see that from my work that we're talking about a physical balance more than anything. Yes, we can talk about the spiritual aspect, and yes, absolutely, we're talking about environmental factors, we're talking about what we eat, we're talking about what someone taught us, we're talking about traumas in our life, but most of all, we're talking about the balance of our glands. So when you want to move towards feeling better about your life, my suggestion is you look at what you're putting in your mouth, how you're treating your temple, and how you can balance your glands into making you feel better about status quo. Because what one man loves, another man will hate. Remember, your life exactly now, someone else wished they had. So there's always someone that's worse off. That's why it's number one thing to do when you're feeling down is to help someone that is worse off than you. That will put things into perspective. Now, the negative self-talk is a program. It's running in repeat. So you could call it subconsciously induced, or you could call it programming or something that you've taught. It's a pattern. It's nothing but a pattern. It's nothing but a habit. Everything we do is a habit. So when you change your habit, it takes approximately 28 days for your body to adapt to that. Either it's a mind type of habit or it's a physical habit. Like when you were taught for the first time that you're going to brush your teeth in the morning, it needed to be created as a habit within you. Now you don't even think about having to brush your teeth in the morning. You do it naturally. It comes naturally. Now, if you want to switch out your thoughts and how to look at the world, there are several ways of doing that. You can simply go to affirmations. And I do have affirmation tracks on my website that you can download for just reprogramming, meaning if you want something old to leave, it could be a good thing to also put in something new to replace that space with something positive. Now, will that do the whole trick? I believe not, actually. I believe that is a very good start. But you're always in control of your conscious thoughts. And they're really powerful. Why? Because them you can link together with your sight. You can move accordingly. You can speak them, so that when you're affirming something that you believe, or it's not even that you believe it, it is that you have the need to express it. Like, I feel like crap. Like, I am so sick of having this headache. So you're sick of having this headache. So you're telling your body you're sick. It's taking the signal. Okay, you're sick. Then, and you're tired of it. So you are promoting I'm helpless and I'm hopeless. And you might even be speaking it to a friend or a spouse, meaning it's affirmed into every cell of your body even stronger. And if you look at the world from your eyes in that perspective, most things will look crappy. Today, for example, it's hard to imagine this being anything but beautiful, but it's cold. I could complain about the cold. We had a very dark morning. I could complain about that. It's very cold. So if I wanted to go barefoot, I could say I couldn't do that today. Or my physical weren't aligned so that I could go for a walk of 5 miles, which I wanted to do, but I could do maybe 200 feet. You see, it's all perception, and that is the power that we do have even over our bodies. So when you're changing your perspective from where you're sitting, that needs to be a decision that you make. There's no easy fix, easy pill, and there's no way out, not even a retreat or a special course or a coach that can fix anything for you. But you can be guided in the direction where you can find where work is needed. So if you're feeling low in energy, if you're feeling depressed, which is your thyroid, if you're feeling anxious, which reflects on your adrenal glands, if you're feeling negative in general, which is your mindset completely, then you have been shown what you need to work on yourself. You need to get over it. We can't sit around moping or complaining or feeling like we're victims of our own life. Not everybody's life is going to be the same, but we all have the abundance possibility. See, everything you live and everything you breathe and everything you do has potential. It's that potential that you can take and make into anything. It's not like you get on a program and you come to me and you say, fix me, Hilde, put up this, and then you're fixed. No, I will show you what to do. I will show you how to change your mind. I will give you exercises, but it's ultimately you that needs to do this. And it's the same thing about the fear. The fear resides in the kidneys. And let me tell you, most people fear death more than anything. They don't really fear heartache. They feel death, and crazy enough, they feel success. I see that. I remember reading a book years back, and I can't even remember who wrote it, but he said that he had been interviewing 1,000 people, asking them about their fears or asking them what if. So you say to me, I say to you, what do you want? Like, what is it that you want? Well, I want better health. So what if you don't get that? Well, then I will feel pain. What happens if you're in pain? I can't go anywhere. So what happens if you don't go anywhere? I'll feel alone. What happens if you're alone? Ultimately, every person led back to the answer of I would die. Like, ultimately, we fear death. We fear death so much that we hold ourselves back from living. The same way we keep our mindset on the negative as a sure thing, because we can see that it is tangible. We can hide behind it, and we can even get support or at least compassion for it. But feeling better and walking towards health might not give you that same amount of attention. The same way that we say that people are mostly not afraid of failing as much as they are of succeeding, because what would that mean? I've had people tell me, I've sabotaged myself several times of taking that special job or taking that special assignment in this other country because of what it would mean to my family, because they're poor or they don't have much money and I would create money. So they would feel bad that they were doing better. And this is what I talk about when I talk about the old programming. We need to let go and be free first so that we can see clearly what's in front of us. It's abundance, abundance, abundance. And don't take me wrong. If you know anything about me, you know I know pain. I know misery. I know despair. I know what it's like to lay in a bed for years. I know what it's like when everybody turns their back on you. I know what it's like when the doctors tell you your life will be a living hell for the rest of your life. I know what it's like when I want to die more than I want to live. I know this. And looking back, it's even crazy thinking that you could be in such a state of mind when you have children and you have so much to live for. But that's what happens when everything just goes black and it just becomes too much to handle, because the mindset wasn't there. The possibilities didn't seem obvious to me. And that's what I want to teach you. That's what I want to show you. I want to show you the obvious power that you have to change everything by just changing little small things every single day. So what do you do to change your mind from having one direction to another? You steer it just a little bit to the right or the left, and then the outcome will be completely different. Start with just changing one habit a day. What could it be for you? I don't know, depending on where you're at. If you're new to changing your diet into eating more raw food, go in that direction. Change your diet. Leave out the offenders. Leave out the dairy first. Leave out the gluten. Leave out the processed food. And walk towards cleaner, whole foods in your diet. If you need to step it up and cleanse your body, get on my coaching program so we can really dig in and get you clean. If you want to start with little things and you're not at this moment interested in diet, start by doing oil pulling every morning. Start by taking an ice cold shower every morning. Get into my membership site and follow those free programs in there, week by week programs. There's always little things you can do to start changing and to do better. Maybe just taking one juice in the morning, maybe picking up a couple of herbs for your kidneys or your adrenals if you're feeling anxious, or going after your thyroid and working on being more authentic. You know, if you don't want to take herbs, work on being more authentic, because that will open your thyroid. There are so many possibilities. You're never stuck. And you see, you're never alone. So I hope this inspired you to take action and to know that the mindset of you creates where you're living today. And it doesn't take much. So let me give you one last tip on how to change your mindset moving forward into something more positive. Now, we talked about taking out and being and observing yourself. And I want you to really step up and own that word. What does it mean to be an observer? It means that you pull back and you look at yourself. You observe your thoughts. Every day, observe your thoughts. Just start by observing, not judging, not trying to fix anything. Just observe and see, how do I think? What am I thinking and what am I speaking? Like, what am I thinking and what am I speaking? And look at that and analyze a little bit. Every night, sit down and think, what have I been thinking today? Like, what was I thinking? What have I been speaking? Have I been speaking health, prosperity, and happiness over myself and others? Or have I not? Have I been sabotaging myself? Start with that, and then one tangible task, do your gratitude journal. A lot of you are doing this already, but it's so important. Every night, sit down, write down 5 things you're grateful for. That is switching you into the love energy. And you cannot be in love energy and fear energy at the same time. Love always comes from the heart. From the heart can no fear. There will be no fear that can come from the heart. So your fear comes from your solar plexus and programming and your whole system, but mostly from your mind. It comes from your thoughts. And you can control your thoughts. Why? Because you're the thinker. You're the thinker of your thoughts. Okay. Thank you so much for following. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much. And go to InspiredByHilde.com if you want to sign up for any program or become a member. And I also think the links are below. So namaste, my friends, my tribe, my fellow sisters and brothers.